Number two is the capacity to then move into another dimension, right? So that's another whole thing, or is it? Can you help me understand the moving into a different dimension? Because I see them as different. I see the capacity to imagine one thing and moving into another dimension another.
No, you're a prisoner. It's your fear who keeps you from doing it. Any shaman would tell you exactly the same thing. It's just your fear that keeps you from flying, that keeps you from going to another universe, that keeps you from making a miracle, that keeps you from being young forever or powerful. This is fear, once again, the greatest iron ball on this planet. Fear. But don't underestimate this Holocaust, this cultural Holocaust that keeps you from being all you can be, that took away so many senses, so many powers, so many capacity, and this sensoriality that you had, telepathic senses, telekinetic senses, and so much more that I cannot even explain. So you're afraid of the unknown. You don't know what you're going to find, but you know what you're going to live. No matter how shitty your life is, after all, it's better to have a shitty life than no life at all, or something more scary. What am I going to find the other side? And if I don't come back, am I going to get lost? Am I going to become a ghost, some kind of a spirit, you know? Fear, fear, fear. That's only fear. Even though you feel right now fearless. I love you very much. I think you are one of the best beings I've ever seen. But still, you, Michael, you have a lot of fear. There is also a fear, that's the fear of hurting people, fear of infringing with other people, fear of kicking their ass, be it God's will for you to kick their ass. What do you think a sickness is? It's God kicking the ass, okay, for people to wake up. It's a good thing. Actually, there is nothing bad really happening, you know, always good things because we don't listen. God is trying to tell us something in a nice way. No, we want it our way, or it's not the right time, come back later. So it's going to talk louder and louder and louder, and at the end it's metastatic. And that's too bad. And we still don't wake up. We don't get it. Fear, once again, that keeps you from turning what you call imagination and dreams into realities, other realities. But that can be healed.
Yes,
that can be removed.
We're
working on it.
Thank you very much. Third issue.
Yes.
Question. The target, right? So in my musing this morning, I had three coordinates. I had imagination or reality. I had dimensions, and then I had the target. We have the target being the other person that you're going to be working on, or the object of this thing.
Yes.
So I think I'm going now where we have this non-linear, all one. You know, we're all one. There isn't a particular entity. That's an abstraction, and yet you have the ability to target any place in the world, somebody that's in space and in time, and in their own. You can find me any place. So that's what I was curious. That's the
selves do exist. Selves do exist. Sub-selves even do exist. That means you don't realize that in every of your cell, billions of atoms, in every atom, billions of universes. You know, there is no right here, right now. But yet, I know, that's one of the paradox, or an apparent paradox. There is a way to find you in what's not a huge chaos, which is actually a huge infinity or infinities. There is a self that I cannot understand, that you cannot understand, but God can. That make you very important, and right here and right now. And that's the way your little self right here, right now, can impact all yourself in all those parallel lives. Right here, right now, you can change what you were doing in the 12th century or what you are doing a million years from now. You can change it right here, right now. That shouldn't be called a self. It's a little identity. We all have a little identity, sometimes extremely important, within the greater oneness of all things. I'm sorry, I cannot give you anything more. First, it's a secret.
Well, that's okay. No,
that goes back to the ultimate secret of life. Who are we? What are we doing? Okay, why are we here? Well, there is a purpose and there is a reason. And remember that in my philosophy of life, the only sins that are absolutely unforgivable are the sins of omission, not commission. Whatever you do bad can be redeemed almost everything you do. But what you were supposed to do you haven't done, that's bad. And that relates to this idea of little self, our duty right here, right now, to change things, and our own potential that's wasted. The waste of talents goes back with the sins of omission I'm talking about.
Yeah, very nice. My passion and my focus is how can we awaken these kinds of perceptions or these capacities in adults so that children can grow up without being damaged and without being, like you said, the failure to act.
Well,
That goes back to modeling.
Yeah, but we're living in an upside-down world where actually the children should be our own teachers. They know more than we do at every level. And I wonder whether, rather than teach the parents, we shouldn't teach the kids who will teach their parents in return, and the parents will teach their grandparents. Because they are more malleable, more flexible, more plastic, more open to changes, and they have a greater potential. But once again, it goes back to experiment. You know, whether you're 8 years old or whether you are 7 years old, you just need a complete transformation. You just need to break free from your own cultural prison. Well, I can do that upon people, but better, I can teach people to do that upon others. That's the whole idea. To give them a completely different appreciation of themselves, of their own surrounding, of the reality, of the universe, to give them a sense of duty and of happiness, of joy, of love, of self-love at least. I think that's what's missing the most. It's not unconditional love. All that is great and beautiful, but it's too theoretical. People should just love themselves at first. We go from the basics. Love thyself, you know. Feel in love with yourself. That's what exactly that's the only order I'll give every client, every patient, every student of mine. And then, through their own self-love, well, they just grow with this power for others to say, but I want it also. You know, I want to be in love with myself. There is nothing wrong with this positive selfishness to a point, as long as we can relinquish it later on down the road. We need athanors, which is the alchemical cauldron of transmutation. That's what they need, athanors. We need to have those athanors everywhere, in which there is something I like with the American psyche. Many things I like, many things I don't like also. But the right here, right now, I'm not opposed to it. That's what people want. They want it right here, right now, not in 10 years, not in 10 centuries. We can do it very fast, you know. With my technology added to my own power, I tell you, we can turn people not only in a different being, but in different spaces in less than an hour. We can do that millions of times a day. It's just a matter of having, like the financial, we have the technological means to do so. We don't have yet the financial means to do so. So people just need to transform themselves very, very fast. Being different beings, people should be transformed dramatically. Having learned how to love themselves, when they know how to learn them, they cannot love others unless they love themselves. That's the first basic, once again. But it's very easy. I mean, because it's the right thing. And that's exactly what Gandhi was saying. When you are doing the right thing, it's amazing how you can succeed. And now you are drawing people, because instinctively people know that's the right thing to do. They know it's the wrong thing, they know that's the right thing, and they want the right thing. Maybe you weren't ready, maybe I wasn't ready. Maybe God wasn't ready, maybe that wasn't the timing, and it's just happening to be the good time now to do it. For the first time in my life, I'm ready to delegate completely, to open up, at whatever cost. And therefore, we don't have to carry anger. We don't have to carry guilt or bitterness. It couldn't have happened 10 years ago. It couldn't have happened 100 years ago. It had, no matter how sad it is, to be that cataclysmic, that disastrous, the situation, to the point where everybody is walking with a finger crossed now. Even governments, they know that time is running out. And it's exactly when things look completely desperate and hopeless that actually there is a window of hope opening. That's the positive part. That's the hope. I wasn't ready. You weren't ready. We all are ready now. And we have to do it. Why? Because it's possible. Before it wasn't. So I'll delegate. People would delegate themselves and so forth. and we can change things and keep horrible things to happen. They will happen either horribly or beautifully. Let's make them happen beautifully, peacefully and painlessly. It's like a birth. It can be convulsive, it can be otherwise, it can be also beautiful. And the real name, the real concept, my family, my clan, they call themselves the midwives of God. And that's exactly how it fits today. We need midwives. We need to teach midwives for a new birth.